Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. I hope you're all well. I think we all need a solo date now and then. So today you're going to come with me to do everything that I want to do. But first, we're going to start the day off at the gym. You're probably thinking this isn't a very solo date activity, but you'll be very surprised that starting the day at the gym is the best way to get in a really good frame of mind. I see it with my brother and sister. They go to the gym religiously, and that's a very new thing, but suddenly everything in their life has started to fall into place, whether it be relationships or work. Just focusing on yourself radiates positivity, and everything external that is positive is going to come to you because you're basically attracting it, if you know what I mean. I really hope that this vlog inspires you guys to just hang out with yourself, because I think spending time alone can be quite special. This was the perfect opportunity for me to do a solo date vlog because Bash is currently in Italy on a job and I am genuinely alone for the next few days, so I'm just going to be really selfish today. Okay, so let's get into it. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a new vlogging camera, finally. And at last I don't have to attach the microphone to myself. It's all installed within the camera to a nice quality, I hope. So I hope that the sound is good and the settings is fine for the camera. I'm still learning, so I'm sure I'll be switching between settings throughout this vlog. But I'm really enjoying this new vlogging camera. It's the Canon PowerShot V1, I believe. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself on the screen, but it's great and I would highly recommend for anyone who wants to start vlogging. Whenever there are days when I can't be bothered to go to the gym, today being one of them, I just think about how I feel whilst I'm at the gym is really not that bad. And then that feeling when you leave, you're like, wow, I'm so proud of myself for doing that workout because now I'm set for the rest of the day. And I always advise people to attend the gym in the morning because then you're done. You don't have to dwell on it throughout the day and you're not dreading going to the gym towards the evening. In the morning, you get it done, out of the way, and then you don't think about it until the next morning. Okay, so just got back from the gym, got changed really quickly, had a shower. My top is Reformation in collaboration with Devon Lee Carlson. It's really cute. It's my first time wearing it and it ties at the back, makes it super tight. And I think that's cute and sexy. This is IS Clinical. I love this brand. My best friend introduced me to this brand and both of us are obsessed with the Hydrocool serum. I use that as the base layer to my skincare routine. It's so hydrating. And even just that. Oh, the light isn't great in here, sorry guys. You can just see how dewy it makes my skin. I have very dry skin, so I do like to use this Environ moisturizer. I definitely saw a difference when I stopped using it because it's not the easiest thing to get hold of, as it's like I think it's medical skincare. So you need to have a prescription for it or speak to a doctor before using it. But I stopped using that for like maybe a month because I couldn't get hold of it. And I noticed that my skin was breaking out a little bit more than usual. And then when I got back onto it, my skin lay dormant again. So I really love using that product. And then this Dior Capture Moisturizer, I've been through about 6 of these in my lifetime. Bought this at the airport on our way to Nice. I have not stopped using it, absolutely love it. It's just so clean and fresh. And this smell, for some reason, It really brings me joy. So I am a huge fan of Francisco Rodriguez for her. Make sure you get the pink bottle, not the black bottle. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can shop all of those products. But if I could recommend one thing to introduce to your skincare routine, and you have dry skin, this is your knight in shining armor, honestly. Do you know what? I love it so much. I'm gonna put some more on, even though you're not meant to, but you know, oh, it's just the way it graces your skin so perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a really quick breakfast and then we're going to head up to Hampstead High Street, and I want to have a look in the bookshop, grab a coffee, and then pop into the supermarket to buy some bits for a little mini solo picnic. I received some PR from Dior Beauty, so let's open it together and see what's inside. I have no idea what's in here, but every time I get something from Dior Beauty, I know it's going to be really good. I love that I do unboxings on the kitchen counter, but honestly, there is just like nowhere else to really put things. The dining room table at the moment is just full of stuff, papers, laptop. So this is probably like the best place for me to unbox this. I am so thrilled. As soon as I saw this photo, I was like, oh my God, my favorite Dior Beauty product. And I'm not just saying that. These lip glow oils are insane. I've introduced Bash's mum to them. I've introduced my sister to them, and they're all obsessed. And they keep asking me like, Sarah, oh, when you get the new, a new Dior lip glow oil, please let us know, because ours run out. Mine run out too. And I think I'm about to get a little stock up. So cute, a little wicker pouch. I'm going to bring that with me on my picnic. And then they sent me not only some lip glow oils, but some new products as well. So I might as well go through them with you. All right, let's see what we have in. Oh, the packaging is to die for. Wow. Oh, how beautiful that is. It's kind of like a illuminating bronzer that is going straight into my makeup bag. I'm so lucky, honestly. A lip glow oil in blue. Let's see how that looks, because I can't imagine that's going to be blue on the lips. Oh, it tastes like mint. I love mint. I really needed that. But yeah, that's not blue or purple on the lips. That's amazing. Going into my makeup bag. Let's see what this is. I feel like this is an eyeshadow palette. Wow, in the similar shades of the bronzer, but for the eyes. That attention to detail is just so beautiful. No beauty brand does it like Dior Beauty. Another lip glow oil. I'm going to save that on the side for when this one runs out. Ooh, nail varnish. I'm not huge on colourful nail varnishes, so I don't think I'll be using that product a lot. I'm going to be so truthful with you guys. I'm not going to just pretend like, oh, wow, I received a nail varnish. I love that. That's going in my makeup bag, because it really isn't. But this, look at that kind of honey tone to the lip glow oil. I want to smell this one, because if it smells sweet like honey, it might replace that. Really doesn't really taste like much. I can't believe I just licked that in front of you guys. Lol. Okay, and now what do we have here? Oh, a lip gloss. These lip glosses are so hydrating as well. I'm a dry, crusty girl, so I need the most hydrating products as possible. So anything oil-based, hydrating, I'm there for it. So guys, if you've never tried a lip glow oil, trust me, they will change your life. And I'm not just saying that. I genuinely mean it. Okay, I'm so hungry, so I'm going to whack on a really quick and easy breakfast before I pack my bag for the day. Okay, let's pack my bag for my day out. This is from Ami Paris. It makes an amazing picnic bag, and even the vibes with the gingham is very picnicky and great for like a holiday. Yeah, so I'm going to finish off my book. This is Completely Normal and Totally Fine by Rosie Viva. She is my best friend. I've mentioned it in a previous vlog. She suffers with bipolar, and this talks about coping with bipolar throughout her 20s, and there are just loads of really funny, sweet stories within the book that made me laugh. I think I'm really finding it easy to read this because she is my best friend and I'm reading it in the voice of Rosie, but the language is so simple, anyone can read it. I would highly, highly recommend, and I really wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it. Keys. How cute is this little thingy bobby? I don't know what it is, but it's very cute. Money. I have started carrying physical cash with me because if I see a homeless person, I like to be able to give them some change if I can, so I do try and take my wallet out with me, and my Apple Pay on my phone doesn't always work, so it's really crucial that I have a wallet with me. Bose headphones, these are the Dior edition ones. I also have the plain black ones, but I love this shape because they just don't fall off your ear. And for me, Apple AirPods, they fall out. Oh, how cute that my Dior little wicker pouch matches this bag. And that has all of the goodies that I showed you. I don't want to take too much because I don't want my bag to be too heavy because I'm going to do a lot of walking. This is an Ami Paris shirt. It's huge, it's massive, but this is perfect because I can use this as a blanket to sit on, and if it gets chilly, I can whack this on. So whack this on, I can just put it on. I don't know why I'd whack on a shirt, but yeah, if it gets chilly, I can put on the shirt and I can also sit on it. So that is just perfect, and it's not heavy at all. I would bring a blanket, but I don't have a blanket that's light enough for me to carry around. And then the beauty about this bag, oh my gosh, my phone. Don't want to forget my phone. Look how cute my lock screen is. That's my favorite picture of Bash. Not only is he topless, but we're in like a beautiful environment and he's smiling. I miss you. Okay, phone in there. And then you can just like pull this tight and it's secured and you have a closed bag. Isn't that so smart? All right, let's go and look into some shops, get a little iced coffee, some snacks, and then sit on the heath. This is my ideal date, guys, and I'm doing it alone. Let's go. I really underestimated how cold it is. It's actually a bit chilly. London is so deceiving. It can be sunny, but it can be freezing outside. So I'm hoping that later in the day it warms up because I'm wearing nothing. I've seen these dresses on TikTok and I just think they're so cute. The cut is so nice and it's like a silk fabric with a lace trimming, but this is a small and it looks a bit big, so maybe I should try an extra small, but it's so cute. This is a extra small, but it's so short that like when I raise my hands I feel like you'll probably see my underwear, but I'm gonna have a think about it. I'm not sure. It's cute. I definitely prefer the white to the black one that I just showed you guys.
Oh my god, those are so...
Back in my own outfit. As I was leaving the house, something was telling me, Sarah, take a blanket with you. So this is really bougie. I took my Louis Vuitton blanket and I really didn't want to because I don't want it to get grass stains, but I think I'll be fine because the grass is quite dry. I don't know if that makes a difference. But I'm really happy I bought this because I wouldn't be able to sit on this as it is actually quite chilly. I can't with how bougie this looks. This is so funny. You know, just sitting on the heath with a Louis Vuitton blanket. So casual way. I got an iced latte with a pump of syrup. And then I also got a few snacks. I kind of gathered the light is better this way. So I got some Marks and Spencer's hand-cut crisp and I got the sweet chili flavour. That is my favourite flavour. Such a treat because I don't often get this flavour. But any crisp this flavour, bangs. And because I'm not too hungry, I'm like a little bit peckish, but I want to save myself for dinner. I got some red pepper hummus and then carrot sticks to dip. And then before I got the snacks, you guys saw I was in the bookshop and I picked up a few books. I was listening to an Emma Grede podcast and she's like my business icon within the industry. She's incredible. She is the founder of Skims Good American or Good America, the jeans brand, you know, guys. And she is just such a boss bish. She is such a boss lady and I really look up to her. And on the podcast, she was talking about good at great, and they were kind of talking about how it's not enough to be good, you have to be great, and they loved this book, so I really want to give that a go. And then I picked up this book. It's called Confidence, 8 Steps to Knowing Your Worth. I am not the most confident person, so this just like really caught my attention and is definitely something that I want to work on. And I don't know, I feel like it can kind of hold me back in like day-to-day scenarios. It's even like answering a phone call, I just get so like anxious and I don't always have the confidence to answer a phone call because I just assume it's going to be like something bad. I don't know if that's like a thing. And then just even like speaking, public speaking, when we had the supper club, we had to do a little speech. I just froze. My brain just could not function, and I think that has to do with confidence because I was shitting it. And then also this is something I don't really open up about, or not many people know. I feel like my vocabulary is quite limited and it kind of holds me back in social scenarios when people are debating politics or just like having a really intellectual conversation. I feel like I can't join in because I can't find the words to express what I want to say. That's not that I'm not saying like I don't know what to say. In my mind I know like the answers to lots of things, but I just can't bring myself to wording it publicly. And I feel like it comes from when I was younger. I was really, really, really shy. I remember a teacher saying to me in year 6, like when we were doing our farewell, she said to me, like, I really hope you find some confidence. And yeah, I feel like that's where it comes from because I read books, I listen to podcasts, I'm not studying anything, so maybe that's why I feel like my vocabulary is limited. It's definitely something I want to work on because I don't know, it's just even expressing my feelings when there's something wrong and like let's say Bash asks me if I'm okay, I just say yeah, I'm fine, even though deep down I'm not fine, but I just can't find the words to express how I feel. I don't know if anyone feels this way, but it is difficult for me because I'm not stupid. I'm like I should really be able to express words in a more poetic and like fluent way, and I just can't. I even see it on my YouTube vlogs. I'm like, why am I speaking like that? Am I really like that on a day-to-day basis? But it's just something I struggle with and I always have. And maybe being a shy child is linked to my confidence, and then my confidence maybe is linked to my vocabulary. I don't know. The woman in the bookshop, I was just having a wander and she saw me and she looked at my books, these two, and she was like, oh, can I just suggest a book that I think you'll enjoy because I can see like the theme of the 2 books you're holding. And I said sure, and she suggested Meditations for Mortals, and it says here at the bottom blurb, stop trying to sort your life out, start living. And I was like, you know what, she has just given me a suggestion, I'm gonna go for it because I was wandering around like a headless chicken. I was like, I don't actually know what I'm looking for right now, but all suggestions and recommendations are welcome in the comments as well. But yeah, the fact that it says stop trying to sort your life out and start living really resonated with me because I work a lot and maybe I need to be doing more things for fun. As you can tell, it is like a little bit windy. I'm sat here with a tiny bit of a chill, and an iced coffee is not helping me warm up, but it's so delicious. Anyway, I'm going to finish off Rosie's book, and hopefully that can make me forget about how cold I am right now. I've just come across a paragraph in Rosie's book, and this is a paragraph I think it will resonate with a lot of people, and I think it's so powerful what she's written here, and it's so easy for us to forget this. So she has written, "If my psychotic breakdown taught me anything, it's that my health is my biggest priority. My work identity will constantly shift. I love pouring my energy into work, and I still get such a buzz from the feeling of achieving something. But I know where the real work lies, keeping myself well. Remember that your well-being is worth far more than any salary." That is, I think that's just such a beautiful paragraph. Guys, please, I'm going to link this book in the description. I'm going to do a lot of linking in the description because I feel like everyone always has like questions or they're curious about things that I use, buy, do. So it's probably just easier for you to kind of find it down below rather than doing all the research. I'll do that as much as possible from now on. The reason I bought some books today is because I am in the swing of reading and I'm really enjoying it right now, and I just really wanted to have books at the ready for me to just like dive into as soon as I finish. Completely fine and totally normal. Now I'm off to get myself some bits for dinner. A lonesome dinner date at home. Thought since I was on a solo date today, I would buy myself flowers. They bring me so much joy. Honestly, I love a good bunch of flowers. But because I'm solo, I got a small bunch. But they're still so beautiful. I love tulips. And they haven't blossomed yet, so I love waiting for the process for them to blossom. So they should flower tomorrow. Is it blossom or flower? I don't even know the right terms to use for flowers. I should really educate myself on flowers. Honestly, I had the best time sitting on Hampstead Heath alone. I read for 2 hours, managed to finish Rosie's book, which I'm so happy about. And then, as I told you guys, I bought myself some flowers. This is the only vase I have that's small enough for such a small bunch. But I think the pink and the green and the blue go quite well together, so that's good. I'm going to cut the ends off and then place them in here. Dinner time, and I'm going to make like a roasted vegetable pasta. I think I've made this with you guys in the past, but this one has a little bit of a twist. This is something I wouldn't usually make when Bash is here, just because he likes to have protein in a dish, and so do I. We like to have like a balanced meal, and this meal is purely just like vegetables and carbs. But since he's not here and we're not having any protein today, and I haven't got any protein in the fridge, I thought I would just use whatever I had left in the fridge, and this was perfect. So I'm really excited to not only make this with you guys, but eat it as well. Look how amazing and fresh these tomatoes are. I just had to drain them because they needed a wash, so the water was draining. And they have been in the fridge for like 2 days and they just still look so fresh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm chopping the tomatoes the same size as the courgette and the aubergine, just so when it comes to mixing everything together, all the vegetables with the pasta, it all looks cute and it all mixes really nicely. I'm also going to include some sweet corn in this. Again, Bash isn't here, Bash doesn't like sweet corn, so we are including sweet corn. It's not that he doesn't like sweet corn. Sweet corn is a meh vegetable. I couldn't tell you any of the beneficial properties within sweet corn. So it's just a bit of a pointless vegetable, but it tastes so good. I just googled if there were any beneficial properties of sweet corn, and it says it's a good source of fibre, vitamin B, and antioxidant. Bash, if you're watching this, sweet corn is good for me. If we're cooking and we're home together, there's no point in creating separate dinners and lunches. We might as well eat the same thing, as we do work together, we live together. So we always kind of compromise on dishes so that we both enjoy it. And if he doesn't want something in a dish, then I'm happy to not have it. And if I don't necessarily want something in a dish, then he won't have it. For instance, there's this dish called mulkhia that Bash absolutely loves making. It's like a Middle Eastern dish. You could call it like stewed spinach. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Anyway, the texture is really gloopy and I really don't like mulkhia, so we never make it. He never makes it. So I feel like if Bash was having a solo date day to himself, he'd probably be making something that I wouldn't usually want to eat. The amazing thing about Bash and I is 80% of the food that we eat and like is pretty much the same. When I first met him 11 years ago, the only meat that I ate was chicken. Who else was similar? The only meat he ate was chicken. So as soon as I found that out about him, I was like, oh my God, we are a match made in heaven. Now we both eat beef. We introduced beef into our diet, I'd say just under a year ago. And because he decided, let's try beef, I was like, you know what? I'm down to try it. And now we both eat beef and I really like red meat. I've tried lamb, not really into lamb, but it's amazing because we both kind of have the same taste buds. He doesn't really like lamb either. It's just really funny. It's like he is the male version of me, or maybe I'm the female version of him. So I just had this much feta remaining. Kind of annoyed because I wanted a whole block, but it's fine. Now I'm going to empty the board into the baking tray. Okay, the reason this dish excites me so much is because I make a little pesto to go on top of it, and I absolutely love pasta with tomato sauce. I equally like pasta and pesto. This is like a combination of roasted tomatoes and fresh pesto, so it just makes such a comforting, warm, nice, refreshing dish. I'm going to just toast these pine nuts really lightly because I believe by toasting them it brings out the flavour of the pine nut. The amazing thing about pesto is if you have any leftovers, you can have it for breakfast the day after with eggs. I think eggs and pesto is such a good combination. Just some fried eggs with some pesto drizzled on top. If you like bread in the morning, you can have like the egg, bread, pesto, or you could do bread, pesto, some fried mushrooms. It's endless. Avocados and pesto, it all goes together so well. So always make extra pesto if you can. So in here we have parsley, basil, all fresh. And now I'm going to add the pine nuts. Hot, 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 hot. Not a good idea. I would usually include a lot of Parmesan cheese as well, but I don't have enough. And I really want to be able to grate some Parmesan cheese on freshly on the pasta. So the pesto isn't going to have much cheese. Do you know what? This isn't going to be your classic pesto, as most people, they wouldn't. Why is this not working? Most people wouldn't even put parsley in pesto. I just add it because parsley is incredible for anti-inflammation, and there's so many health benefits to parsley that I just wanted to like throw it in. And I also love the taste of parsley. Extra virgin olive oil is going to help it blitz nicely, so you want to add like a generous amount. And then I'm also going to add lemon juice because it just makes it taste so fresh and spring-like. If you don't have this kitchen utensil in your kitchen, I don't know what you're doing. Honestly, this has saved my life. I really don't like squeezing lemons because I usually get cuts on my hand, just like tiny little cuts, and even like where skin gets dry. And by squeezing a lemon, it gets up into the cuts and it just stings. This, your hand makes no contact with the juice and you get the most juice out of the lemon as possible. I feel like I should add in the description like my favorite like kitchen tools. I think that would be quite cool, no? I would include the quick chopper that I love using if I'm in a rush and need to chop stuff. The blender that I'm about to use is amazing. My slow cooker is incredible for making rice and stews. The knives that I use are amazing. They're quite expensive though, but they're a dream. Like, knowing that I have good knives makes me want to get in the kitchen and use the knives, because there's something about slicing and cutting things into chunks that's quite therapeutic. I think I might be the only person that thinks this, but it's true. My mum hates cooking, so if I were to tell her like, oh, slicing things is so therapeutic, she'd look at me and she'd be like, what? What are you talking about? I know I've had like a lovely chilled day to myself, but guys, I'm knackered. I cannot wait to just go and sit on the sofa and chill out and do absolutely nothing. Or maybe I'll start a new book, or maybe I'll watch some junk TV. I just realised I didn't add any garlic into this. Maybe I'll wait for the garlic to roast in the pan and then I'll leave this like that, and when the garlic has roasted, I'll add it to my pesto. I'm a genius. This is how it's looking so far. As it's halfway done, I'm going to add the olives, not forgetting the sweet corn. And then it goes back in the oven for like another 15 minutes. And then while that is roasting, I'm going to tidy up the kitchen, because there was nothing worse than waiting around in like a chaotic kitchen. Okay, whilst that is roasting, I'm going to clean the kitchen as much as I can, just because it saves me time during my evenings, so I don't have to worry about doing twice the amount of washing up. So if you can do it as you go along, it's going to make life a lot easier, guys. I always store my fresh herbs in water in the fridge, in cold water. This is boiling hot, just because they last way longer and the herbs, they won't go to waste. The pasta is boiling and I think the vegetables are ready because they're starting to brown, so they look really perfect. I'm going to put the garlic into the pesto whilst the pasta boils, and then we'll mix everything together. And then you're gonna see how the feta just melts. It's so nice to watch. It's just like, oh, it's a dream. This is a dream dish that you all need to make. Okay, let's throw in garlic. Look how nice and golden the garlic is looking. And it's so soft. It doesn't look like the most aesthetic pasta, but honestly, the smell right now is incredible. And I'm also using gluten-free spaghetti, so it kind of doesn't gloss as much as I want it to. But this gluten-free spaghetti that I use is literally exactly the same taste and texture as normal spaghetti. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I'm definitely going to add some pesto on top and then some Parmesan as well. So let's do like a little bit here, a little bit there. I promise you guys, this tastes better than it looks. And then let's add some salt, some pepper, and then my favorite Parmesan cheese. Italians, don't come for me on this one, please. I don't want to hear it. I enjoy it. I love it. It's so good. I ain't changing this for no one. I feel like winter vegetable pasta is a thing, but I would call this summer vegetable pasta. Let's taste it. Let's taste it together. I have been waiting all day for this, so I'm really, really, really hungry for it. Guys, so good. Better than any pasta you can have out. For me, nothing beats a homemade pasta. That's just me. I'm finally winding down for the day. I'm so happy just to be slumped on the sofa, guys. I have my leg compression boots on, starting a new book. Such a blissful way to finish the evening. Well, guys, my solo date has officially come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I loved filming this. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Thank you so much for following me on my YouTube journey. If you don't follow me on Insta, make sure you give me a follow so you can stay up to date with some more recent content, as I am ahead on my Instagram than I am on YouTube. Yeah, thanks for being my date on my solo date, and I'll see you next week.